Today I'm attempting the Gordon Ramsay smoked pork butt with Chipotle Mayo recipe. I've got a nice 7.3 pound pork butt. The recipe I saw called for a 6.5 pounder, so this one should work fine. I've got the freshest thyme I could find. I didn't want to use dried thyme. 3 heaping tablespoons of smoked paprika. It's really important that you use smoked paprika and not regular paprika on this recipe. It doesn't taste the same at all. A couple tablespoons of brown sugar. His recipe calls for crushed fresh garlic. I'm going to use this minced garlic, and I'll just use a little more. And then some extra virgin olive oil. So we're going to make the paste. I'm going to marinate this overnight, and then tomorrow we're going to put it in the oven. I'm working with fresh thyme. It really smells good. I'm kind of getting excited about that. I'm mixing my ingredients together for the paste, and I just can't believe how much better it smells than the dried stuff I'm used to using. Mixed up into something like what I thought Gordon Ramsay's recipe looks like. And I'm going to spread this on the pork butt with a little more olive oil to keep the pork moist and marinate it overnight. I got that paste mixed together. I spread it on top of the pork butt. I added a little more olive oil just to keep the pork butt nice and moist overnight. I'm going to cover it, put it in the refrigerator, and we'll be back at it tomorrow. Okay, the pork butt is marinated overnight. I've got 4 onions that I've peeled. I'm going to quarter them up. Notice I left the root on them, and I'm going to leave the root on them when I quarter them. That way they'll hold together. The quarters will hold together underneath the pork butt, because you're laying them down in your roast pan, and the pork butt's going to go on top. And looks like my oven is at 285. I've got a digital oven, so it's easy to set to closer temperatures. If your oven only goes between 275 and 300, just do the best you can. Some ovens, some of the older ovens, they don't have exact temperatures. But anyway, I'm going to cut these onions up, and I'm going to start my pork butt. Okay, the roast pan is prepared. The onions are cut into quarters. I threw a few more sprigs of thyme in there. And now I'm going to put my pork butt on top of that. It'll cook more evenly, and it won't stick to the bottom of the pan this way. Our pork butt is in the roasting pan. It smells really good already with that smoked paprika on it. It's been marinating for 24 hours. I'm going to just salt and pepper it, and we're going to put it in the oven at 285, uncovered for an hour, and then afterwards I'm going to cover it loosely with aluminum foil for an additional 6 hours. So give it a little salt and pepper action. And then I'm going to use sea salt. Okay, it's ready to go in the oven. In an hour, it sure smells good. It's making the whole house smell really good. I'm going to cover it with aluminum foil and put it back in the oven for another 6 hours. Probably another 5 hours, and I'll see if the rind is crispy enough or if I have to turn the oven up. So, 5 more hours. Okay, we're serving rice and sauteed asparagus with the pork butt. I wasn't able to find the Chipotle paste. I went to 2 different stores, so I just bought some already made up Chipotle Mayo. I'm not a big fan of Chipotle normally, but that's what this recipe called for. So, we're almost done. Well, this dinner was really good. I wanted to make sure we ate at a reasonable time, so I pulled it out probably an hour earlier than I could have. I could have waited an extra hour. At the last 20 minutes, I took the foil off and I turned the heat up to 400 degrees to just make it a little crispier on the outside. It was just a really tasty meal. So thank you for watching, and subscribe.